Now, dick's sake, man. What is it? Okay, so after a really, really long delay and not realizing now why, dick's sake, man. What is it? Let's correct the audio levels here. Get rid of my background which is my monitor actually. Dick's sake. Doing the old retro mix method, okay? And we'll get ready to restart here and get business going here, alright? Okay. So let's hit the game in a second. Okay. Alright, I think we're set up. We are streaming live here. I'm just going to make sure my Twitch is up and going here. Alright, I think we're set up. Morning. Okay. So welcome to the stream of the King of Smut 95, and I'm going to be playing a little bit of Langrisser and playing the PC Engine version of the game. So again, a lot of you may be already familiar that playing Warsong on the Sega Genesis. That's the English version that they ported over, and so this one I'm going to play is a little different because it's the CD-ROM version that they made for the PC Engine. Again, this is probably the, in my opinion, probably with Messiah too, I guess, would be the best version of the game that came out. Okay, so let's turn this on and boot it up while I'm doing some tests and stuff like that. All right. Okay. So we're just gonna boot this thing up here. Okay, so let's run here. We're going to go to load. And see, it finished 12 yesterday, so we're going on to scenario 13. I think. Okay, so again, one of the nice things about this particular version, it has basically CD quality, like video data, stuff like that. So basically this particular part is truly all voice acted. Okay, so they actually got seiyus to actually go and do the voicing and that kind of stuff on this, which is really nice. And so yeah, it's a really quick rehash where basically Layden, after losing Belkov, when they first lost the sort of Langrisser, now in episode 12 we managed to finally beat down the bad guys, as I said, which is Digos. Okay, and so we managed to recover back the sword of Langrisser. Okay, so now they got it back. What's happening? Oh, all the evil monsters and the Medusas and the basilisks are going, turning the town people into stones. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, we got a bunch of basilisk guys, I guess. Some of these weird slime guys are a favorite, and more of these ant guys, all very fun. So what we'll do with those guys is that. Okay, so again, I'll help you out with the Japanese a little bit. Mission number one, or which is the completion, is to basically kill the monsters. The losing condition is getting Layden killed. Okay. Um, or basically escape to the safe landing area, or basically this is one of your escape episodes. Okay, if you can't complete it, then you can win by still escaping. Okay. All right. Okay. So here's the map of the layout of the area. Okay. So basically, we are quite spread out, and you want to basically try to get everyone together as quickly as possible, because we have to split the resources, and which is really tough when you've got Chris as your main healer. But again, we do have a couple of lords helping out there. So. Okay, so in this level, we notice that we cannot pick and choose everybody. Okay, so because we only have a certain number of slots, right? So who can take? So in this sort of situation, I am going to take Layden and Narm because they're the strongest people. All right. Soon is at the Lord, level 5. So, give or take, you can bring him along for extra experience points. Chris is definitely necessary. Taylor is a knight at level 9. Okay, so he is very, very close for a level up. So I'm going to take him. Jessica, level 7, bishop. Okay, so again, she's only at her second level up right now. So she's gonna need lots of experience points to get to where she needs. So we'll bring her along for the experience. Chris is in the same situation. She's also a bishop. Again, you have to go to the bishop line to basically get to the hidden stages. So that's why these are being leveled up that way. Okay. When I get to the 4th change up, then that's when you get, like, for example, earthquake and a meteor, and from that. Every turn you start pounding the board with like with meteor and earthquake, 2 of them at once, if you bring those guys. So I'm gonna keep those 2. So that basically fills up the roster. Soon I'll have to wait. Of course, Albert is at level 6 Lord, and Hawking's level 8 Lord. So again, it would have been kind of nice to bring Hawking, because then I can make some good experience like that. But whether or not I want to carry the board without at least Norm, should I play level out Jessica? A lot of monsters in this level, so I can do it with or without her spells right now. Hard to say, because again, she needs the experience points. So it's not whether or not her strength is in that, whether or not she can take on the guys herself. Magically speaking, can she help us a little bit? But because again, she's only a bishop, right? So you can't can't be really picky about her abilities, right? So let's leave that as it is, and we'll go with that ending. All right. So troops first again. We're doing lots of monsters, so I'm going to load him with archers. And Narm again can't be equipped with her because she's now a ranger. Again, if you haven't seen me get her in the last episode, Narm is currently at her 4th class change. So again, on the Sega Genesis version, there was only 3 class changes that Narm can do, but on the PC Engine version, she has a hidden class called the Ranger, which is the one beyond the 3rd one, which is the 4th, right? And you can see by their attack strength of 42, she's pretty powerful, although she can't carry troops. Okay. Chris, horses. Right. Taylor, let's give him horses. And Jessica, let's give him horses. And all right. Oops. Okay, now let's go to items. Now, we have the Sword of Langrisser. Oh, yes. That's always cool. Let's give that to Layden, of course. Okay. Narm, let's give her the Devil Axe. Okay. So you can see that the Layden also has now an attack 44. So if you take it off, like, you know, it's basically, you know, he's at 34 and 30. But if you equip him with the Langrisser sword, all of a sudden he becomes a 44-32. So that Langrisser sword is like basically a plus 10 plus 2 sword. Double axe we already know is a. Let's see. Let's take the sword. Think of that. So she starts at 42-30. We put the double axe on. You know, she is now at an attack 50 with the resistance 40-38. So that is essentially a plus 8 minus 2. So you lose 2 on your defense, but you know now you're gonna attack 50 just to get you know with the double axe, which makes her pretty strong. You know, it's a definite good plus. Chris, obviously now she's gonna be doing lots of spells, so we give her the Arb. Taylor, let's use the great sword, and last but not least, Jessica. I'm gonna load her up with the Orb. Okay, so that way, you know, we get the extra spell power, and that should do everybody. Can we go in the shop this turn? No, we can't. We can buy anything in the shop this turn. So we go to end. Alright. So here we are. We are all gonna this part of the map is where do you want the guys placed on the map? Again, you know, Sega Genesis version allows you to do this too. You know, the map's not very particularly huge, so it makes it kind of tough. And you also don't know what kind of units are where they are. But trying to save these people is tough. So let's get Layden at the top. Let's put Chris in the middle. So Narm, let's put it at the back. And then we'll put Chris. Chris, we will put. Yeah, keep consistent things. We'll put Chris in the middle. Taylor will put on this side, and Jessica will put on this side. And yeah, so basically, I'm basically building up. You know, put Chris in the middle because she's our healer. Keep her in the middle. Not that you know they're gonna get through it anyway, but. All right, so that we'll now place all the guys onto the map. Okay. 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 What is this place? Quite a while. What did we ask? No one is saying, wait. Danger! There's all these people getting stoned, of course. These monsters have invaded the town. Okay. Hi. Abunai! Let's go. Let's attack them. Okay. right. So basically, you got a whole bunch of people here, all injured. Of all people, it's Lance. The sucker got himself stoned, so he's sitting here. That's one squad here. We have a second squad over here. The townspeople with the clerics there, and then more clerics over here. Also have been turned to stone. So those are your. So now you got, the squad of ant guys or whatever you call them. They call them monsters. Monster slimes. Of course, more monsters over here. Right, and then there's who we are. Okay. Behind our flank, Narm is sitting here, and we've got basically a squad of guys here, and again, also in the class of monsters, they got the guys sitting right behind. So the slimes are going to be not really too difficult for Chris to take care of, because she's normally really good at that kind of stuff anyway. So I'm going to take Chris and advance her forward. The only trick is the fact that I didn't equip Chris with whole units, which, probably would have been a better idea. Should have probably equipped her with whole units and then put her up front. Probably was a smart idea, but I got equipped with horses or whatever, so can't change that. And Layden, I want to move him down and to join Narm here. So I'm going to move that guy out of the way. Set Layden to all the troops to surround Layden. Chris, move forward. Change the command of all the units to shield. Now, again, because this is a new episode, I will quickly go over. I'll quickly go over the commands just again, in case you haven't followed the stream, then you'll know. All right. Notorious Mac, welcome to the stream. Doing a playthrough of Langrisser for the PC Engine, and this is some of the difference from the Warsong that most people are. Oh, hi there, Chad. I was expecting you on the YouTube, Chad. I was about to visit you earlier on today during my lunch break, because I was going to go over and ask you about streaming boxes and that kind of stuff. So, because eventually, one of these days, I'm going to have to come over and buy a box to help do streaming, that kind of stuff. So one of these days I'll have to come into your store and find out that. Streaming boxes and that kind of stuff. So eventually one of these days I'm going to have to come over and buy a box to do streaming. So one of these days I'll have to come into your store and find out that. Oh, okay. It's good to have a day off on your days. I usually get all my days off on the weekends, but I mean, convenience as it were. All right. I'm gonna set Taylor over down to the bottom here, because I want him to capitalize on these kills on these guys here. So put him down at the bottom and set him into stationary mode and guard mode, so that all his horses will. Now these guys are gonna probably chase me, so maybe what I'll do is I'll use Narm to help weaken those guys over here. I'll use Layden to weaken these guys over here. These guys are coming. They got a couple turns before they arrive to me, so I'm gonna be all right. I will leave Jessica in. Oops. I'll leave her in standby mode, so that they can keep together. All right. So that I think is everybody. Let's go over to. Yeah. So go to the next turn. All right. Let's see what the computer does. Perfect. All right. So many of the different people who have followed my stream and whatnot, know that I don't just play Langrisser mobile. I also play Pokemon Go, and I don't know if any of you are still out there still playing Pokemon Go. I know a lot of people probably have accounts and whatnot, and maybe put it onto the back burner a little bit. I'm kind of the same way a little bit. I've put it onto the back burner to the extent, I guess, maybe put it onto the back burner. While I'm instead playing and doing the stream here, I don't have a camera which actually shows this, but basically I have a multitude of different phones here, all set for Pokemon Go, mainly because where I'm sitting right now, I am perfectly in range of the gym that's sitting in front of me, and so while I'm being silly there, I'm doing this stream and going, oh, okay, looks like it's time for me to spin the gym and get some more resources and that kind of stuff. I'm not, shall we say, an avid gamer of Pokemon Go anymore. Because while it's a good run for 3 years and whatnot, I guess I'm in, getting into this sort of semi-retirement mode of the game. I'm casually playing it still. I think I'll try to be active and try to finish Generation 4, because I'm only pretty close. I think I've got like 20 guys left that I got to do in the game, and I think I've then collected all the Pokemon up to Generation 4. And I know that apparently, as the news goes, Pokemon Go will have a Generation 5 release coming out, so hooray. The other big problem that I've always commented about the game is that which I kind of don't really like, is the fact that they keep devaluing the value or whatever of the Pokemon Go. It once was rare that only certain people got Mewtwo's, and only if you did the certain quest you can only get your shinies, or you can only get these legendary guys like Rayquaza out of doing these raids, right? And unfortunately now the game has gotten to this shall we say participation, this oh my god, we want to make sure everyone's inclusive. We want people to be we don't want to leave anybody behind, okay? The sort of great mentality that everyone has. So it has totally made the game, I shouldn't say not worth playing, but it's not worth collecting anything, right? Because it used to be in I remember in the second year of the game, I was going through the snow to go to Trout Lake, a gym in Trout Lake, to battle the Rayquaza and to beat it down and to catch it, right? So and now it's like, yeah, who cares? We're just gonna release it 3 times over so that anyone who missed it back then can now come back and get a chance to get Rayquaza again. And they have a stupid event where, oh no, we've run out of guys that we can release for the monthly raid. So, sure, why not? Let's release Rayquaza again. Hooray! So now, you know, who cares? Now, for those people who thought Rayquaza was valuable, now you got it again. Oh boy! And the excuse is, oh well, now you can have a shiny Rayquaza. Oh boy! So you can see that why it's no one cares. Now it's getting to a point where nobody cares anymore what you have because it's not valuable. And I like to say it's the same kind of thing with, for example, you know, when you do things like magic cards, you know, everyone knows that as soon as you start reprinting a certain magic particular card, that card becomes increasingly devalued because, you know, why would you want a 3rd edition lightning bolt if they make a Chronicles version of the card and it's a common in the Chronicles? Then everyone's gonna go, well, I'm just gonna collect that one for 50 cents and I'm not paying $5 or whatever for the lightning bolt from back third edition or whatever, right? So no, I'm probably dating myself with the example of using a lightning bolt, but I mean, you know, you get the idea, right? You get the idea. Chronicles version of the card. So, Chad, are you playing the Pokemon Go a little bit more, since there's actually actually there's 2 gyms right where your store is, right? You know, the one right in front of Staples and the one actually closer to your lot there. You know, they actually have one. So, probably dating myself. You know, any sort of lunchtime raids for you? Yeah. Okay, so these guys up here are starting to move close to me. Now, I'm not really too worried about these 2 guys or this guy, because these guys, as they come across the bridge, they're all going to be bottlenecked by the here. And, you know, it looks like Chris's horses are not horrible against them. So let's try it here. Yeah, so she can handle them, fairly well. So let's just try to work across the bridge here. Try to stay within range. I'm gonna move forward here and then just take these guys out. There's this guy here, so let's move this guy forward. Can I not move there? Oh no, I can't. So that's a hex I can go to. But oh, I can't move to that hex with the horse. So I'm gonna pull this guy back over in front so that he can get healed. I'll pull up a new unit over to here and just take that guy out. Okay. Chris can sit here. Do you want to throw any spells for it? Okay. So again, quickly to iterate, these spells are attack, then move. Sorry. Move, then attack. Attack, then move. Magic. Okay. So she got heal, silence. So I guess silencing the slime's not very useful. Shield. Well, you know, the horses are pretty well dead, and of course zone. Everyone is in zone, so that's all right. Oops. Nope. Okay. So I will just do nothing, and then those guys will reshuffle, so those are fine. I don't know about them now. So these guys seem to be rushing straight over, and they're going over the top of Narm and around these guys here. That's fine. Taylor is going to try to take out these guys here, and the boss guy here seems to be down here, and he got weakened So looks like they can't take on horses that well easily either. So let's see this guy here. Taylor, take this guy out. So don't get yourself killed, no, please. Okay, they're about the same. Okay, so let's make this guy out of the way, get him healed. Let's take this guy from Taylor. Go down here, take him out. Go and kill him, kill him. Okay, so it appears that he can't, unlike Chris, take these guys on one-on-one. He's not that good. So let's move him over here, and let's have her attack this guy. Good. Oh, so yeah, with the double axe, the Narm is pretty much cutting through these guys. So it actually might be a little bit hard to actually keep them alive. So let's hope that she manages to do that. Okay, Taylor, get another horse. Hooray! Now remember I told you that earlier on the stream that Taylor was at level 9, so he was very close to doing the class upgrade. And so now that the class upgrade has done, Taylor has now upgraded. Says, hooray! Taylor has gained another level. And of course, there is no choice in this particular path that he's chosen. So he automatically becomes a dragon knight. So he becomes from a regular knight to a dragon knight, and that was the path I chose for him. Because otherwise, he ends up being like a serpent guy, and he's really only useful for war levels because there is no spell like Tide Master in Langrisser Mobile. To basically make them so they're useful units on the ground. Okay, so the only path available for him is Dragon Knight, so we will do that. And so now he's leveled up, and I do believe, although I checked the book, that Dragon Knight is his last upgrade. Again, only the main characters in this game have a hidden class change. So for Taylor, it should be only fighter, knight, dragon knight. Those are the three lineage of progressions for this particular character that you want to go do. So once you get there, I said it's not that relevant. What and who gets the experience points at that point. So I'll leave the rest of the guys the way it is because I can't reach them anyway, so we're good. I can move them up a little bit, like this guy here. Maybe do a 2-on-2 to kind of take this guy. No, he doesn't do enough damage. Okay. Now, am I still in range by? Yeah. So if I can. Maybe I can do it. Take that guy out? Okay, I can take that guy out. No problem. Okay. Sort of cool. Well, okay. Now Layden over here is, looks like he's doing some pretty good damage all the way around. Now the only problem with that is, again, this is his guys, and they've done all this, kind of damage, like knocking this guy down to 1 and knocking this guy to 1. But I don't have anybody over there to actually claim those hits. Unless I move Jessica over, so maybe that would be that's the strategy is to sit here. Let's spread myself out with the with my archers because I don't really need them in these areas right now. So let's get these guys out of the way. Let's move this guy out of the way. I'm gonna retreat her to right about here. Yeah. So then that way I can grab one of the horses from here, swing them back over here, and oops, ah! I double tapped it. Move it over. That was a mess. I messed that one up. Okay, let's try it again here. Swing the horse over here. Attack. Come on, kill it. Oh, good grief. Okay, so the horses aren't very strong, at least not strong enough for this level. I'm gonna have to use attack or something to weaken these guys down first before I can do that. So in the meanwhile here, Layden is sitting here with you guys. Let's get these guys ready for healing. Just fly these guys back. And Chris is still doing fairly well, so I'll leave her alone. You guys are coming back. And so, perfect. So that's all. The moves are already done. Let's set the computer onto auto and let that go. Perfect. Gives me a quick opportunity to spin the gym. So yeah, again, every 5 minutes. Yeah, sometimes it depends if I'm just browsing or just playing the game or whatever, watching somebody else's stream. I'm sitting there just spinning the gym, collecting another some more gold. Not that I have anything to spend the money on the gold, but that's whatever. I'm perfectly cool with that. Alright, good. Okay, so they're still moving the kind of stuff around there. I'm going to go and get more drink and be right back. I'll leave the screen on, then that way you can see the computer AI move all the monsters around. Some more gold. Not that I have anything to spend the money on but that's whatever. I'm for that. Alright, good. Okay, so they're still moving the stuff around there. Alright. Okay, they're still casting spells and stuff. I'll leave the screen on. Computer AI. Okay. I'm back. All right. And so let's go into while we're still waiting for the computer phases. Let's go back onto the streams. I like to. Otaku Lifestyle. Welcome to the screen. Yes, we're in the middle of doing the Langrisser for the PC Engine version, doing this level 13. Okay. And basically, for the people who haven't, played the this particular version of the game, you may find that the mechanics in this game are slightly different than playing Warsong. Okay, and so for all those people who are accustomed to playing Warsong, or even playing, accustomed to Langrisser Mobile, you can tell that this game's quite a bit different. There's a lot of things in it that are a little different. I'd have to say, and probably I bet you the people over at Messiah, this is probably all the best version of Langrisser that they've made. Okay, And so basically, yeah, if you have any, any comments or questions, by all means, type it in the comments, and then yeah, and I'll see what I can do. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, so what's going on here is that obviously Narm is holding up very well against these guys here. We're going to use her to basically weaken some guys down so that I can use Taylor here to collect up the things. Now he's been weakened down by things, and he's being surrounded by these stupid monsters. Because obviously his horses aren't doing all that well. So let's see what we can do here. So let's move. Okay, so let's move Narm here. Let's move it over here, a little bit closer. And let's attack this first hex here. Okay, so yeah, it's very capable of almost killing those guys. So let's use this horse unit from Taylor. And let's wait. Come on, come. There we go. Good job. And looks like Taylor just about has just about all the other rest of his horses annihilated by these guys. And because he's not strong enough himself to take them out either. So. He can't move that hex. He's screwed. Okay, and that unit is screwed because he's not trapped. Okay, so we can't do anything for him over here except probably heal himself. So let's heal himself. And then he can hold that for a little bit until I can get Layden over there. Now there's a 2 unit up here, which obviously got injured. And let's see, what can we do? Jessica's got her units in place now. Now, you can tell by the purple lighted zone here, what they refer to as the ZOC, which is the zone of control. Okay, as they call it, ZOC. So this is where all the strength of all the guys are in here. So I want to try to keep them in there. Hopefully, I'll use Layden to to maybe knock down a few guys and then move over. So obviously there's a 2 unit over here that I can try to pick off, try to give her some experience points, but I'll have to move her over. So let's maybe move her to over here, just above Layden, and then that way I can use her horse here to take that guy out. Ah. She's not strong enough. Damn it. Okay. We're gonna have to do it differently. No, I know. I get your point. I mean, if I use Layden here and just kind of bulldoze over all these guys, you can do that. But Layden isn't one of the guys you want to try to do too much stuff with. Okay, so. Taylor's sitting here. He seems to have another guy with only 1, so he can probably take that out. Try to distribute the experience points a little bit. And unfortunately, not much of laid out here, so I'm going to leave everybody else alone. Jessica's got a set of horses here, so I'm going to try to move these guys around. There's a 4 guy here. Okay. See, Jessica can't take out these guys without an attack spell. In Langrisser mobile terms, that would be the same as attack blessing from Tiara. So let's move this horse back to Jessica for healing. Layden, does he have attack? He doesn't. Um, if you're wondering, again, I'll help those people that are you know we got different things. Again, I'll go with the Japanese. So again, thunder, a blast, heal, shield, zone, um, okay, and blizzard. So those are kind of neat, but again, I don't want to cast offensive spells against these guys because I don't want to actually kill them. I want to weaken them down, but I can do that with archers. So the only person who has attack would be obviously Jessica herself. So maybe I'll have to refrain for one more turn and wait until these horses get closer. Now these guys are on their way over here. They're fine. Now these losers all got over here and they they threw the shield spell on the stupid slimes, okay, which makes the slimes a little bit harder. I mean, even for Chris, they weren't taking particularly hard. As I said, being a holy unit, they were having an easy time for that anyway. Okay, so let's use Chris. Okay. Now I remember in this version of Langrisser, Chris is deemed as a healer. So again, one of the things I said yesterday was that I remember when I started with Langrisser Mobile, I totally got confused and kept mixing up using Chris as a healer when really in the mobile game she doesn't have very many healing spells. So yes, her spells here in this game are heal 1. Silence, shield, and zone. So I won't use any of those. So I'll do the easy ones first. I'll take him. I can't take him into the water. Attack. And there's another one right here. So let's take that guy out here. Boom. Now, there's a 5 here, which I probably won't be able to take out with. So let's move this guy. Okay. Should we move up there? Yeah, let's move up here. It's fine. Move the 10 spot there. Shift the 9 guy out of there. Take the 10 guy over here. Attack. Let's see, can I kill him? No. Yeah, see, with that defense spell on, they actually can survive attack from Mina. Or in the English version, her name is Mina, right? Something like that. No, of all the names that they did in English, probably Mina is the most reasonable one. I mean, why would you change the name from Layden to Garrett? Who in the hell thought of that idea? Let me guess, a programmer named Garrett. Self-sufficient. Okay. Okay, so that's the end of that phase that I can do here. I'm going to end the turn and let the guy go, right? Okay, so I'll talk about that. Okay, say, hey man, I'm going through a Dead or Alive Extreme. Yeah. You're a DOA Extreme Beach Volleyball guy. Okay, yeah. Cast off until 100%. Maybe something that you know about. It's true. For those people who don't know, one of the games I did play when when the Xbox came out, so before Xbox 360, yes, I was really heavily into Dead or Alive. I mean, first it came out as a game, as a fighting game, Dead or Alive, and everyone loved to use Katsumi and that kind of stuff. And some of the other friends and other customers I had, they always loved the other female characters. Helena, of course, was another really popular one. You know, um, so when the beach volleyball game came out, I remember so much emphasis on that game was put out because, a it uses the, um, you know, their live characters, but the programmer is such a perv, if you will. He commented that no, he wanted to make sure that the realism, the physics, as we call it, as we call it breast physics. Okay, because remember, one of the things that was in the Dare Live Beach Volleyball was that you had to type in your age, and if your age wasn't a certain age, then that reduced the realism, okay, of the game, right? So, i.e., how accurate the breast physics were. So that's why when you play that game, you are 99 years old. Okay, that's very, very important. And so yeah, so that, and so I one of the big shall we say selling feature of their life was the fact that it was supposed to be accurate realism and proper breast physics for that game. So that's why everything was that. Like, can you imagine, being a programmer there, and you have to go out and go, okay, we need a whole bunch of some teenage young female volleyball players. Could you please come out and we need to have you motion captured and motion filmed, for this software, so we can truly understand the movement and the accuracy of breast physics. Of course, they would put that in the ad. They just say we need models for computer rendering. So, could you please sign up and stuff? And of course, and so you could imagine all these high school and college students come out and to say who are actually part of the volleyball team, and they come up and say, let's see, and of course he'd be sitting there, maybe he'd have like a mask on or something like this, and just to hide his identity, right? And he'd be like, okay, could model number 102 come up, please? And some girl would come up there and look at him, and he'd be like, young enough, but breasts aren't developed, and you gotta remember at this time, Tina was not, or no, not Tina, Rose, I'm blanking out on her name, the young one that has no chest, okay, so the blonde chick with the with the no breasts, she he'd be like, it's has no breast, so sorry, you're not suitable for the job. Next. And then it's like, could model number 102 please come out to the center stage, please? And then the next one they're going, oh, okay, hey, he'd be like, another young one, okay, all right, yes, she has a high upper measurement, okay, he'd be like, could you please pretend to jump up and spike the ball, please? And then they're like, be like, boing, oh, okay, yeah, ooh. Very good, Don. Could you please pretend to return the ball, please? Thank you. And can you imagine just sitting there in, like in the gymnasium or whatever, sitting there, and there's like this whole line up of girls doing like this, and you know, you go like this, okay? Oh, it's like, oh, I'm enjoying this. Yes, yes. I don't care if I don't hire any of you, but you know, I'm definitely enjoying this. Oh, he's wearing the mask right, so I'm enjoying this. Anyway, let's go back up to. But yes, truly, you know, Dead or Alive was a really good game. Okay, so what have we got here now? Let's see. Taylor's not doing very well, so obviously his horses aren't. So let's take this guy here, nice and close, centralized, close to where he is. Attack. Oh, sorry. I did that wrong. Let's check this guy, knock him down. Oh, I killed him. Oops, sorry. This is like the first level of Langrisser, where you send Volkov into, you know, to help protect lead, and it's like, stop killing my experience points. I could have got that. Okay. So let's use Layden. And let's try to weaken this guy for. See, this is what happens when Layden's even like his archers are too strong, and I'm killing these guys from that thing. Okay, so Taylor might not be able to do too much this turn. So let's see if I can, unless something else opens up. But I can can I really take on a 7? I'd really like to try to take on that 5. No, I couldn't reach him anyway. Okay, so let's just heal him.
When you play that game, you are 99.
Wait until next turn, and then I'll use an arm to do another weekend, and hopefully it won't actually kill him. Now, Chris, so Jessica can't do anything unless she throws attack on herself. So I'm using the attack on myself. Okay, so now all my guys have attack. Blessing. Let's take it. Come on, kill him. Yeah, okay. So with attack on, she can actually do stuff. So maybe, hey, maybe she can attack these guys and do something. Let's try.
Being a programmer there, you have to go.
Come on. Oh yeah. Okay. So with 2 attacks, I should be able to take that guy out. Yeah. Good. So this guy's injured. So let's take this guy and attack him from this angle. Good. Then they can take the injured one and park him. You'll have to leave him alone. Okay, Layden is holding on. 7. Oh, that's fine.
Of course, he would put that.
I'll leave him alone. No, this is the big clutter of stuff here, and this is all funny. See what happened to you, Lance? You suck. Okay.
You can imagine all these.
Okay, I think that's everything I need to do with this map. Just double check. Yeah, can I? No, he's got himself trapped. So. Okay. All right, end turn. So there you go. All right. Let's go back to the feed here. All right. So yeah, I'd have to agree with you, talk like stuff. The pole dance. Well, actually, a lot of the cinemas and that kind of stuff were really good in that game, and you know, and it was and it wasn't just pole dancing, but yeah, a lot of the that sort of mode was really kind of good. I think they added that, and some of the games were really kind of funny. I remember actually it was kind of bad. This is another convention story that I have about Tekken, or was it Tekken? No, it wasn't Tekken. I think it was Dead or Alive, first version. Okay, so the Dead or Alive 1, in the arcade. And this is my story. Anime Expo. No, it wasn't called Anime Expo at the time. It was called Anime America 1994. It was being held at the Anaheim Convention Center, which of course is across the parking lot from the which is from Disneyland. Okay, and I remember one of the things that I did because we got we were doing the anime convention, is that they had the deal where if you were a tourist or whatever, you were staying in the hotel by Disneyland. The deal was you paid for 3 days, the price of 3 days, which was like $200 US or something like that. But you got 5 days in there. So basically, it's like you get 2 days for free if you bought 3 days. Okay. And so you do the anime convention for the Friday. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or whatever. And then during the slow times and stuff when you weren't doing anything, you still could go to Disneyland and wander around, right? And so I did that first day, whatever. Went on, just wandered around Disneyland, and it was great and everything. But so that brings me to my story. At Disneyland, one of the things that they had was they had an arcade, okay, an amusement arcade, and one of the games in that thing was the original Dead or Alive 1, okay, the first Dead or Alive. Yeah. Sure. Was it Dead or Alive? See, now this is where unfortunately now we're talking 1994, and we're talking like almost 20 years ago. I'm trying to remember these little details, but the thing that they had was they had this Dead or Alive machine in the arcade. Okay, and I remember it wasn't that expensive. It was like $1 or whatever to play the game, so no big deal. But I remember I spent quite a lot of time going to that arcade and playing the various different games, but playing Dead or Alive at the arcade in the Disneyland Hotel or in Disneyland itself. Okay, and what was always really funny, like super funny, okay, is that in Dead or Alive, okay, you fight the guys and you beat them, okay, and you gotta think a place like Disneyland is full of kids, okay, and parents would like, oh, okay, you want to play in the video game room or watch, or do that, okay, fine, you can go to the arcade and we'll just sit, in the little cafe or the lounge at the front of the arcade or whatever, or something, and you guys can go around, play around, yeah, okay, go ahead, bye, whatever, take care of yourself. Go ahead. Yeah, you go here. You need more money. Oh, here you go. Here's $20 in like dollar bills or whatever. And you go ahead and you go play and then whatever, right? So what'll end up happening is all these little So I'm playing Dead or Alive, right? And I'll finish. I love to use like Katsumi or something, right? That or Ayane. And so I go and play the game and I beat the guy. Now, one of the things that 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 was in their life was you'd play the game. You would let's say play Katsumi, and you finish beating your opponent. Okay, so after you finish the level and you finish beating the opponent, one of the things that you can do, as soon as you beat the guy, the joystick all of a sudden becomes the control for the camera. Okay, and then I think like light punch and light kick, I think what it is, becomes the control, the zoom in and out control of your camera. Okay, so here I'm playing, the game, and and I'll have a bunch of kids or whatever watching me or whatever, because that's what kids do. They said, oh yeah, hey, this guy's playing the game, let's just watch him for free, and see what he does, right, or whatever, and or hey, this guy knows what how to play the game, let's just watch him play the game, watch him beat the game. Anyway, so here I am going bam, 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 bam. I beat the guy with Katsumi, and then what I do, right, just to be a weirdo or whatever, is I'd use the joystick to position the camera, to do the either two things. You can either do the go down and do the skirt shot, because remember they rendered it so that everyone wears white panties, and so you can use that, and then you use the light kick. I think it was light punch and light kick to basically zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, do that sort of thing, right? And I'm sure all these kids are like, that's it. Dementing kids in Disneyland. Yes. Anyway, so that's So that's my Disneyland story for Dead or Alive. Okay. Alright, so let's use Norm here. And now here's the problem with Norm. Is that, I think she's too strong to do these guys. Because if I attack, let's say this 10 guy. He has one... Yeah. So let's attack him from the top here. Don't kill him! She's too strong. So let's go back here. Let's see if we attack this guy here. He didn't fully kill him. Okay, so let's save this troop. Let's put him back here. Okay, Layden is all here. Jessica still has a bunch of troops and stuff here. So what I'm going to do is since that worked last time, I'm going to do the attack spell again. Now, again, as mentioned yesterday, one of the things that's different in Langrisser PC Engine over the Sega Genesis version is that everyone can carry a special magical item or a special item. And so, but the special item, by normal thing, Langrisser Mobile allows you to carry 4 items. Okay, so in this game, I have given Jessica a orb. Okay, now the orb in this particular game allows you to double the amount of magic points that you have. So that's why she has 24 attack. Well, that's why she started with 28 magic points as opposed to that. So she can cast a lot of spells, which is really cool. Okay, so now I've hit attack on her. So now she has more ability to take some of these losers out. So let's start with this guy at the bottom here. Oops, what am I doing here? So let's get rid of... Okay, let's move this guy out of the way. And I'm going to take this guy down here. Try to take this guy out from this side. Yep. Oops. Realized, oops, he was actually the leader, and I got so. Oh well. Probably lost a couple of experience points there. Okay, so there's a 4 unit over here, so let's try to take that out using. So let's move that out of the way. There. Okay. Alright, so we got another guy over here. Now, hold it. Can I hit that guy? Yes, I can hit this 2 over here. So let's get this guy out of the way. Ladens. Oh, there it is. There's horse troop. Take this guy out. There we go. This guy is that way. The other way. Yeah, so that's it. We have this 5 unit here. I think what I'll do is I'll park him beside this guy's for healing. Layden really isn't doing anything. He's not facilitating anything, and he's not that, so he'll just. His troops aren't really injured. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, good. Oops. Enter. There. Haha. Okay, it's back into. Okay, so go back onto the map here and go back to auto. All right. And okay, so back to the stream. Oh, hey Dante, hey, welcome back to the stream. Yes, yeah, indeed. He asked me what is going on. Yes, Langrisser is what's going on. Okay, so. Again, for all you people who are now joining the stream and whatnot, I started this stream, and I will try to continue starting the stream. Cause I had a little bit of problem, just getting started early on today, because for all strange and purposes, YouTube is being a pain in the buttocks. Okay, I am streaming this both on Twitch. And I'm streaming this on YouTube Live. I have to say I love Twitch. It works really well. And so again, if you're on Twitch, please subscribe. And that way, as soon as I get it going live, then you'll get the notification. And then that way you can remember to come and join me, all right? YouTube was a little bit harder. It took me about probably 30 minutes, a couple of test tries to figure out how to get the stupid thing going. I don't know, but yesterday worked really well. I don't know, but today just headache. Anyway, I usually would like to try to start doing the stream just before the reset mode in Langrisser Mobile. Okay, so basically for those people who have sort of already done all their daily chore, daily grind things. And then, need something to woo, something to watch. Okay, sure, hopefully I'll fill in that little gap for you. And so, for those people who don't, concentrate on Langrisser Mobile too much, the daily reset happens at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, for example, so if you have done all your tasks and that stuff, and you want to, get ready to do them again or whatever, once 10 o'clock rolls over, then everything gets reset again, and you get to do it all over again, recollect new goodies and that stuff to power you guys up. So I'm going to continue to work on that. So, indeed. And so basically, I'm learning that I want to run these streams for a while. The idea is I want to try to keep them around and under 2 hours, because YouTube doesn't like doing things when it gets too long or whatever. I think they trunk me off at 2 hours, so I don't want to make them longer than that. And if I have to break the episodes up, then I will, just to make that kind of, try to keep it so it's a manageable thing. So no one wants to sit here and watch like a 4-hour stream. Well, I think some people might want to watch that, but I should try to keep it down. Yeah. I'm rounding the 74-minute mark, so I don't want to, go for a little bit longer, and then I'll cut it there, and then we'll continue tomorrow where we left off. Right? Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Okay, so we have Narm over here. They're doing a pretty good job. We have lots of extra injured guys over here, so maybe I can use Taylor here to take out this loser that's sort of limping away. Kill him, thank you. I can maybe take this guy out here. Damn. Why is did just get himself stoned? So as you see, we were fighting what they refer to as basilisks, and I guess there is a percentage chance that if you are fighting a basilisk and you get turned into stone, well, surprisingly enough, Jessica managed to get herself turned to stone. Which makes it difficult because I really needed the attack spell in order to get her to do that. So let's see if Layden has attack. I think I looked it up and I don't believe he does.
You still could go to Disneyland and wander around, right? And so, I did that for a bit. Great, but
All right, so
different story.
let's move this guy back over here. There's a 1 unit over here, so let's see if I can find that.
They had was
There's a 3 unit.
an
So let's get this piece out of.
arcade. Okay. Arcade.
Let's move Layden's guy down over here. I don't need him. Whose is this? This is Taylor's.
In that thing,
Okay, leave that alone.
Dead or alive, one. Okay, the first that
Jessica. Okay, let's move this guy here. Over here. I mean, because even though she's been turned to stone, you can still move units beside her and they'll get healed. Jessica. Oh, there's a 2 over there. Oh, this is a bad situation. A whole bunch of Chris's units got turned into stone, so
we're talking 1994.
that's not a good situation happening up there. So gotta have that dealt with. Okay, Narden knocked that one guy down. Let's see if we can use one of Jessica's 2 units. I don't know if I can kill him with this. No. She's not strong enough even with a 2 unit.
But I remember I spent quite a lot of time going to that arcade.
I don't have another unit. Oh, wait. Taylor is here, but he's too far away.
Playing
Shoot, I don't have another unit.
live at the arcade.
Okay.
In the Disneyland Hotel, or in
There we go.
Disneyland
Okay.
itself. Okay. And what was always really
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, you don't
Like-
lead.
Super funny.
I mean, I suppose I can
Okay,
kill him with
is
that,
that-
but Okay,
In Dead or Alive.
so what's
okay?
wrong with Chris? Chris is right here.
You
I am going to move him
fight, you
because
fight the guys and you beat them. Okay. And you gotta think a place
it's
like
starting to get dangerous.
Disneyland is full of kids. Okay. And
Come on, 1 hit point. Come on.
with like.
Come on, guys, give it to me.
With like
Where's Chris?
oh, okay. You want to okay, fine. You can go to the arcade.
So I'm gonna try basically keep these guys together. It's really
And we'll just
It's-
sit, in a little cafe or the lounge.
can I
At the front of the
do
arcade
this to
or
this
whatever,
guy?
okay. And you guys can go around,
Yeah.
play around. Yeah, okay, go ahead,
Some
bye-bye.
damage to those guys.
Okay.
Can you take that guy out? Yeah, I can take it down. So, there's no particular threat with those guys. There. That will do his turn, and we're good. Perfect.
Yourself, yeah, you go over here. You need more money.
Okay, so while I've got the computer on auto, let's go back onto the stream and see what that. Let's see what that. Okay, yeah, Chad's telling me most of the live streamers on YouTube are having problems with issues, and especially lag issues. Yeah, one of the things I've always is again lag between the live video and the stream. That is always an issue. I've rectified the video and audio feed is lined up because this is another story or a comment about how technology worked in the previous days. When I did start doing fan subbing and that kind of stuff, one of the things that we had or didn't have at this time was computers fast enough or good enough to do all the subtitling and that kind of stuff internally within the system. Okay, they weren't good enough, right? And so everything had to be specialized equipment that did everything outside the box. Okay, so all the subtitling and that kind of stuff, and all the overlaying and that kind of stuff was done outside the box. Okay, so one of the things I've done, even with the stream here, is I've synchronized the microphone and the video game music that you're hearing. I'm using a manual audio mixer outside the computer before I leave it into the computer. So again, that's why the audio for my voice and the game audio are linked up. Okay.
The joystick all of a sudden
Okay.
becomes the control of the camera. Okay.
Hmm.
And then I think like light punch and
Okay. And then also in the YouTube feed, yeah, Dante, okay, is taking my suggestion to check out the game Lady Phantom. Okay, so again, for those people who are joining the feed today and not yesterday, one of the games that I just previewed just for a little bit was a game called Lady Phantom for the PC Engine.
becomes the control, the zoom in and out control of your
Yeah,
camera.
and definitely as it's again, I really got interested in playing all these strategy games. These this is the map, and I want to move this here and here, and control different characters and that kind of stuff. And it was really cool game. And the other nice thing about the Lady Phantom and that kind of stuff is it's a very easy game to learn and play and actually do well in. Okay. Like there isn't like a complicated story or backstory to that. Like for example, let's say like the Macross game or some of the Gundam games. Like all right, so
Be a weirdo or whatever.
Taylor's now trying to take out these guys on the end here. Shall we brave and try to take them out?
Position the camera.
Let's try it.
To do the
Actually, dude, let's use this horse.
to do the
Let's weaken this guy
two
up.
things. To do the
And then let's move
go down
around over here
and
and then
do
take him
the
out this way.
skirt shot, because remember
No, not quite. Getting there. All right.
rendered it so that
okay.
everyone wears white panties.
Narm is over here. Let's go over here. Let's see if I can knock this guy down without killing him. Stop, kill him, stop, stop. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
And then you use the light kick.
Kill that guy. Come on, do it. I really needed that tech spell. You jerkola, you got stoned. So that makes it difficult. Okay. So Chris is still trying to evacuate her units across this end. We got a couple more of my horses got stoned. Kind of a weird feeling, right? Damn, my horse units got stoned, man. Bummer. Yeah, go to that. Take this guy over here. Cool. Okay. I think that is all I can do. All these things are being rushing over here. But I'm still in good shape here. So, yeah.
Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in.
That guy's on the
Do
2.
that.
Alright, that's about all I can do now for that. I've got a bunch of damage units here, so I'm just gonna. This is Jessica's. Where is Jessica? Jessica, stay there. Okay, so I'll leave him here so that he can heal.
Dementing kids in
This belongs to Layden.
So that's that's my Disneyland story.
Perfect. Okay. And there we go. Perfect. Okay. Back onto the that there. Yes, Dante. Yes. If you got a chance to, well, I mean, yes. If you, if you have a chance to switch over to make the switch to Twitch, by all means, that is the modern way to do it, and that's, I think all the software and that kind of stuff, especially like OBS and whatnot, was really made, and Twitch makes it really works well. I mean, it seems complicated, but with all the things, and it's pretty pre-configured for you. It really works really well. Again, I'm just starting out with this, just learning how to do this, and definitely Twitch really works out well. So if you want to join me on Twitch, absolutely. And if you do join me on Twitch, the feed that you see in the video directly below me here, this is the feed from Twitch, okay, not from YouTube, because I'm finding that the way to extract the YouTube feed of the thing is much more difficult. Okay, so again, if you want your comments to be seen and you want to do that, please comment down below. So, that, and you can join me in the chat for that. Okay, and if you hit subscribe, and that way when I go live, then you can find out. Okay, all right. And on the Twitch page, yeah. Chad reminded me, I don't remember that. And the good old I hate Amigas and subs. Yeah. Yes. Although it wasn't a great, well-known story, but yeah, I have a really big vengeance against the Amigas. I mean, I was always an Apple guy, okay, and I grew up with the Apple II, Apple IIe's, and that kind of stuff. It had tons and tons of discs, like thousands of discs of Apple software, and especially with the use of emulators and that kind of stuff. I have access to virtually everything, like 90% of the stuff that ever I had when it existed. Now there are a few titles that I had in my floppy disk collection that I wish I double checked and made a copy of the disc before that, and most of them were back in the day we used to do things that to crack the copyright protection and to do mods into the games. And there are a couple of games that I have, especially from things like SSI and that kind of stuff, because I love playing those strategic war games and that kind of stuff, that I had modified, that I wish I still had a copy of to do. Things like I'm trying to think, Operation Kursk, North Atlantic 86, War in Russia. Okay, things like that, because I built in built-in cheaters and that kind of wizardry. That's classic games like that. I wish of that, but yeah. And in the comments, we used to do a lot of really crazy things with when we were doing fan subs, and I remember one of the things we did. We used to always put like extraneous comments and weird rants and raves and that kind of stuff at the end of our subs. So when the ending credits are rolling, right? Instead of trying to translate that or put weird graphics on, we'd put like crap at the bottom of the screen. And one of the things we'd be like, oh, I hate Amiga computers, destroy them and that kind of stuff. So okay. And Shinohara98, welcome to the stream. To answer your question, I have not done the Iniki stage on this thing. Don't forget the Iniki stages show up way later. And if you're referring to Langrisser, like DOAxBV, the hidden stage for DOAxBV is actually in DOAxBV near the end. Like that's there's hidden stage 1 and hidden stage 2, which are like both Iniki stages. Okay, but there is something hidden in this game, which I'll get into. Not necessarily Niki, but there is a hidden thing in this game, and that's probably why I'd have to comment that this version of Warsong is like Warsong / Langrisser. This is the best version because the fact that not only did they spend all this time doing voice actors and the animations and that kind of stuff, but they have a lot of hidden things in this game. Like some people, if you like to call them Easter eggs, some people would more refer to them as like quote cheat codes and hidden menus and that kind of stuff. I'll get into that one day. I won't do that when I'm actually playing the game because I don't want to totally re-affect things in this game. But there is a hidden thing in this game. I can't do it until I finish the game. So as I do these live streams and that kind of stuff, I will get there and then I'll show what happens when you get that. So definitely stay tuned, Shinohara. We will get to some really cool stuff, which why I think this is a personal favorite for Messiah. So this is not my opinion. Why they made this. This is the pet project for Messiah, and you will find out why it's the pet project, the employee favorite, shall we say, programmer favorite of Messiah. All right, so stay tuned, subscribe below, definitely do it. Okay. Alright, so Taylor is by himself over here trying to take care of this. It looks like he got his stupid horses stoned. Not that they're useful anyway. Okay, so let's take care of this guy here. Okay, I think now what I'm going to have to start doing is I'm going to have to start taking... Oh, this is bad. More and more of these guys are starting to get turned into stone. This is not a good thing. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to have to maybe speed things up a little bit here. And start killing these guys before I get all my guys all stoned. Because now I got freaking arms stoned. This is not a good... This is not a good concept here. Alright, so let's turn Layden into action and let's get these guys Let's clear those guys off the screen. Alright. So we got a big bundle of crapola here at the bridge. I mean, Krista's holding her own because she's standing behind these guys who are stoned. So because of that, I think that's why she's surviving so well. Kill done, good, thank you. Okay, so these guys can't cross the bridge because of these two hexes are being blocked up by the horses that are stoned. That's useful. I'll move forward and deal with these guys here. These guys are over here. So I will heal and wait. I'm going to start moving and advancing Laden. Okay, kill him. This is Jessica's. No, this is Jessica's guys. We're not going to be strong enough to kill that guy. Archer's probably strong enough to kill this guy. So moderate range. I got rid of that, but I did. Okay, fine. Maybe I didn't. Okay, maybe I won't do anything with him because he is out of range. Jessica's guy is there, but I can't do anything with her because I need attacks before I can attack those guys. So. Taylor can't really do anything right now, so I'll leave that alone. And so that looks to be it. I can't do anything more. Gonna wait till those guys come across. I am good. Alright. Okay. So, Dante is asking us, have I ever gone to Japan? Yes, I have. Very briefly. I wish I would stay there longer. 2005. 6. 5, 6. The concept was that, and the people don't know, is that I'm one of these people who met my wife online, okay, using one of those special internet website things like that. And this is, you gotta remember this is in the era where this is still new, ICQ and Trillion, were the really big messengers. Of course, MSN. Those are really big things, right? And AOL chat. So basically, after I've met her on this online site, and we started chatting for about a year, and then so after that, I decided, okay, now I gotta, to see, if I want to continue proceeding with this and seeing if this is gonna work out. So I made the arrangements to actually go over there and stay over there and basically meet her and then see if we are really compatible, see how we work out. And so one of the ways to get to my wife, she is in this city called Shenyang. It's in the province of Liaoning in China. Okay, so this is a kind of more northernly based city. The province is located in the sort of the north sort of east corner of China, so Mongolia, Russia border, that kind of idea. So they had a deal where you know, where ANA, Airlines had a deal where they flew out of San Francisco, and they stopped from San Francisco to Narita in Japan. Then they only on Wednesdays they flew from Japan into Shenyang. So they basically only do it I think it was every other day or every other 3 days or something like that. That's how they did it. So I went over, did a layover in Japan for a night. You stay in the ANA hotel for a night, so you get to be so the accommodations at the hotel were taken care of. So basically, once I landed around 7 o'clock, basically hopped onto a JR train, went right into Akihabara, and wandered around. Met my friend, gave him a call and met my friend Matt Masanobu, and we went around, checked out some doujinshi places, some karaoke, some computer places, had some food, whatever it was in Japan, and it was quite good. The problem was with that kind of a trip is that I knew I couldn't buy anything really bad. Like I couldn't buy any good, like some cool doujinshis or anything like that, because I still had to carry that luggage and that kind of stuff from Japan into China, and then basically keep it at my my wife's place for or future wife's place. I don't want her to come and say, who is this weirdo buying like Sailor Moon smut and and all this regular Lotus War elf porn or something like that. And I was like, what kind of weirdo is this guy? Not that not that I haven't bought that stuff, and not that not that I don't like that stuff, but and not that she knows anything about that stuff, okay, but yes, that is very good stuff and very important stuff. So anyway, so I think what I'm going to do now is the stream is now approaching, let's see, we're at 102 minutes. And we're around the clock at 12:30 almost. So yes, we're doing the stream from Vancouver. So running really good. So anyways, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a save game, save state in state 4. Stage 5, and basically cut the stream here so that I can basically partition the state, and so that way YouTube doesn't go have a fit. and that's that. Okay. So again, so thank you for all the people today. Chad, the Shinohara, Dante, Otaku Life. Thank you for all of being on the stream and joining me this evening. Again, so I will come back, again, I'll try to come back at the same time next time, just before a reset in Langrisser, which is 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, so dropping around there, around that, and then you can join us. Again, I'll upload these streams on YouTube, so again, if you missed a little bit first the beginning of it, then you can catch up. All right, so again, sign up for notifications, so that way that when I go online, then you will see them, and especially if you're if you are, say, for example, playing Langrisser Mobile, and you're just doing the last little bit of your daily grinds and going, kind of remember, hey, give me something to watch or listen to while I'm doing this. So, indeed, turn yourself on, and that, and Dante, yeah, definitely. Tell me how your Lady Phantom goes, and see if there's that. Again, if you have any questions with it, by all means, you're free to ask, and I'll try to help you out because I've played the game for a while, but I can help that. I don't remember if there's any special cheat codes and that kind of stuff. I have a big PC Engine book full of like remember if you can remember if it's like that EGM magazine where it has all the cheat codes and all that kind of stuff. So I have a similar book for that in for the PC Engine. So it has all the PC Engine games and all the some sort of like known cheats and that kind of stuff for that. But if you need it, I can help you look it up. But I'll let you try it out for real first, because they want to wreck the game by giving you weird cheats. Okay, so definitely, yes, indeed. So thank you for that again. And so again, if you have any, if you people want to check out my YouTube channel, I'm also getting ready to put and post up the videos for Friday. Got some new topics and that kind of stuff coming up. Always have new topics, of course. But I want to try to give you some new stuff for that to watch. All right. So thank you again, and I hope catch most of you again tomorrow. All right. So I'm gonna go and get a little help break here, and I still gotta do my dailies. I'm kind of lacking in doing my guild wars. Those guild coins are really important for you right now. So okay, so all right, have a good night, and I will see you again.